everybody, welcome back. I'm Iris Smith and I'm from the Flower Patch. I did a little video this morning just for a gentleman who asked how I choose my foliage, David. And so I did about an hour's video this morning, and I did say I'm going to come back and do something else. Well, I'm going to sit down for this one. I'm going to do another spring one. We may get disturbed. I've got my order being delivered, but it should have been here by now. Well, it's an hour late. They did give me a time between 11:30 and 12:30. Well, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. So, and I had daffodils and things like that I wanted to use, but they're not here, so we may, like I say, we may get disturbed. So I want to do like a window box effect, what you'd put in your house, in the window, or outside on your window. You know, you could screw holes in here and attach it to under your window on the outside. So I wanted to do it in spring colours. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through what I've chosen. First of all, I'm going to do it in purples and yellows. I've only got a few out, and this is just the length of the stem. They're no longer than that. That's how they come. A few little wispy yellow flowers with a few little buds on them, actually, on some of them, and we're just going to use a few of those in it for the movement. Now, we used tulips yesterday, and I'm going to use some more tulips, but the yellow ones. So I've got out, I think 7 I chose. So I've got some 7 beautiful yellow tulips. I wanted to use the daffodils, like I say, but they've not arrived, so I'm going to use the tulips instead. So I've got some beautiful, bright, sunflower yellow tulips. Now I've got two different sorts. I've just chopped these little ones down. But not on this one. Some little hydrangeas, look at those in purple. So I've got those, and then I've got a different colour, like a lilac with a hint of blue in them as well. So I thought I could combine those with each other. I've also got out lavender, my English lavender bush. They say English, lavender's lavender. So I've got out, I brought 3 out because I'm not sure how many I want to use, but I've got the lavender out as well. Now I've got some Morning Glory. I think these ones, you know, I always forget if these are Morning Glory, but I've got some in purple. Look at those. I want to sit those at the front along the bottom. Don't they look beautiful? And that's it for the flowers. I usually start with the foliage. Now I wanted some height with my foliage as well. I did get out some crocodile fern. I just grabbed them. I didn't count. I just grabbed them today. But I've got out my beautiful crocodile fern. And so I thought, oh, there's a leaf missing. So I thought we may use some of that for a bit of height at the back, to, you know, incorporate with it. It's not a dark green, it's like a forest green, I'd say. Now I did get my fern out as well, because again, for the height at the back and maybe along the sides. I did get this out. And this has got different tones in it, so I may use with dark tones against the forest green, or I may use the lighter ones. I'm not sure. And again, I've got out this fern, the Himalayan Maidenhead fern. So I thought, with it being smaller, softer and lighter and airy, we could use maybe that incorporated throughout the centre, maybe at the sides and at sticking up in front of our border, boundary at the back. And I got out Ruscus instead of Ficus. I did get the Ficus out, guys, but I thought not today. I'm gonna use the Ruscus. I got out the Ficus, what's got like the limey colour, what I say looks like cat's eyes. But today I thought, I kept placing it against things and I kept thinking, oh, it may be too much. And I didn't want the variegated, so I could have gone for the plain green, but I went for this Ruscus instead. And I got my offcuts of my eucalyptus scenario, which I stated on the video this morning as well, that this is an all year round, with it having a bit of bluey colouring like the hydrangeas there. I thought perfect. And then also I got out with this having white in it for the veins, the nerve plant as we call it. So these are smaller ones, off cuts again, that I could incorporate around for depth. So that is all that we've got today to do. So, oh, and my coffee. Oh, my cup warmer came this morning, guys. Just after I finished the first video, I had a knock on the workshop door, and it was a gentleman, and I had a lot. They didn't even put it in another box like they usually do, a box inside a box, and it said on it cup warmer. So my son's ordered it. I've got to wait 20 days, but my son's ordered it. So I've got one. Lovely. If I need anything else, any foliage or anything else, I'll get some. I did get these out. I can't make my mind up whether I want these in. And I thought it may be a bit too much purple. I'd rather have the lavender in than these little thistles. Oh, so I thought, I mean, they are pretty, but I just thought, maybe not. And I did get this other lavender stem out, this spray, but I don't really, it's not as nice as those, definitely not. So I place that back in the bucket out way. So I may end up getting other bits out. I've just been looking at the willow, because I like how it leans over. And I've been looking at some seed heads. Oh, I've got all sorts, but I'm trying to keep within the season. I have got purple and yellow roses, but I mean, they are all year round, and I couldn't make my mind up. I've got daisies as well, so I've got all sorts, but I don't know, I just couldn't make my mind up. The one thing I haven't got, yellow carnations. Oh my goodness, I don't think so anyway, because the bucket is chock-a-block, so I'll have to have a look. Right, let's start. Now I do want, like I say, the crocodile fern in. And I want to use some of this at the back. I'm not going too high because it's a window box. The window box, you know, it's places just under your window, so you don't want it up here covering the window. So I thought, let's keep it between a small and medium size. Well, I'll try. But that's what I wanted to do. I want to place one in the centre, and again I'm just going to let it sit like that. I'm going to pull a few leaves off of the bottom so it gives me a stem to work with. If the order comes before I carry on with the video, and it's got my daffodils in, I may use those instead. So I just thought I'd let you know. So I'd like one around here as well. I'm going to place one at a diagonal position so it's leaning off to the side. I'm not going to have them all like diagonal. I may have another one just leaning out this way, just to give it more of a natural feel. Just make it slightly smaller. Let me cut them instead. Made this one smaller in size. I'm going to bring that like that. What I've done is I've got Oasis in. I've put my favourite wreath wrap round, and or say Oasis dry foam or Sahara block, and I've glued it inside. So that's what I've done. I'm not going to use any more of those. Let's pull one of these out. See, this is a smaller one. And I'm going to bring that in. I know on my video I said I don't use them on the second layer, but I was basically talking about wreaths. But with this one, because I'm going to be having, you know, like the longer daffodils sticking up here in different sizes, not all the same size, that will look nice at the front. Let's see if I've got another one in that colour. Yeah. And I'm going to make this one slightly smaller as well. I'm going to bring that one out at the front, and then let's get a darker one again, just for the different contrast. And I'm just bending some of them over like that. Now let's get some of our, I've noticed, because on this ruscus, it's got its own little flower. I do know that ruscus do flower, depending on the type of them. So I'm going to leave that on. Two leaves entwined with each other. So I'm going to bring this here. Again, just to give it a different texture, different shaped leaf than just these. Just see. I like window boxes. We can't have one on my house because the window frame is too small unless we drill it into the brickwork. Just going to manipulate that around. So here's another. I'm going to pin one again at the front. Just bend that over. A single one by itself. When I mean single, I mean just one little leaf or stem on its own. I think I'll place that one on the end. And that one around the centre. So I'm not going to put any more of those in. Then we'll move on to our eucalyptus. Again, this has got nodes on it, so you can move some of your leaves around. See, again, smaller leaf, again going shorter than the boundary, which is quite tall. Another one that's quite large. I've got a small one here. I can't get some of the stems off. What's only got a few leaves on. So I'm trying to use those if I find some spare nodes to place on. Move that one up to the top. a look. Yeah, bring that one out. From the front. Just trying to look for some that are like these, what are on their own, what haven't got a stem on. If I can pull them off. Some you can and some you can't. See, that's left a bit of a stem inside the hole at the bottom. Let's see if I cut it slightly. No. Place that one there. I like to do quite leafy window boxes. I know some people, I mean, I can do them where there's a lot of floral and not as much foliage. But, you know, I do like to see a lot of foliage. It gives, I feel that it gives it that, oh, that's done the same. I feel it gives it that little extra touch. Can't get that one out either. Piece. Smaller piece there. I'm just seeing what they look like where they. There's one needed, I think, at the back, around here. I hope you can see. I don't think I need any more as of yet. If I do, I could use this, the nerd plant, or some more of these, just to fill in some smaller pieces for the there's two there. For the filler, basically. I'll just keep those out a moment. We have our fern, our other fern. My chair's moving again to one side. This side, it's going that way. I think it's got its own mind. Let's have a look. Yeah, just not many of the, you know, I don't want to overload it. And I'm bringing them down slightly shorter. They always think fern always gives it a beautiful look. I don't want no more at the back. I think one in this corner. Oops, I've got one what's maybe one underneath here, a smaller one, yeah. I'll cut that one. And then I'm going to place one under here. So then it's like that. Oh, my coffee. Oh my goodness. I hope that when I made, if you've watched the, oh it's cold, I can feel it. When I did the, you know, how I use my foliage video, I think I called it. I hope that it wasn't, you could understand it. I didn't want to fill you with a lot of, as we say, the jargon, the lot of, you know, where it's too confusing to understand. I didn't want to do that, so I tried to simplify it. And every time I do videos or I'm explaining things where I've done, I think, a couple before, you know, and how, you know, on the rules of flower arranging, I do try to simplify the video so it's not confusing to people, the best of my ability anyway, because I've been, you know, I've stated before, when I've done my course and things like that, some tutors, they can be what you feel like they're talking to you in a different language, because you just don't get it, you know, the way they speak about it and that, and it's just so confusing. I've been like that, and I've sat there and thought, what are they on about? So I understand, you know, it's hard to understand what they're trying to say. So when I do a video, if like David requested how do I choose my foliage and things, I try to simplify it to a way that you may understand, you know, because again, it's horrible when people are telling you, and it's just like a scientific language, to be quite honest. You just sat there thinking, oh my gosh, you know, and it doesn't sink in, not with everybody, you know, we're all different. So I try to do it in a simple way that people may understand. So I hope that I've done that and I've achieved that, because again, it can be quite daunting. Right, I think I've only prepared 3 of these. I don't know why. Now I can't make my mind up on this occasion whether to. Now I'm going to start as a rule, as I've been taught, at the back. So I'm going to be placing in my tulips. Again, they're not all going to be the same height. So, you know, I've got them like that. I may have one coming out here, because, you know, they do start off, as we know, from the bottom and work the way up to the sun. So I want them at different sizes. I want them to be incorporated within, you know, the foliage, like they're coming out, they've been planted within the rest of your garden sort of look. With other plants, and they are popping through other plants. I know the flower that I was on about yesterday, that was another one of the early ones for spring. Crocus. I'm sure it's crocus. But yeah. That's another one you tend to see very early on. Let's put it behind the fern here so it just slightly. Like that. And I want to bring some to lower height. Again, these are rubber, so I don't want them that long. So I cut the bit off that I don't want, and then I cut about an inch and a half off of the rubber, not the wire inside. I just snip around the rubber, twist it, and then pull, and then you've got the wire underneath left to stick in your glue pan or your glue gun. So I want this slightly lower. Just going to put, I've just had a look in and I can see the wire as I push it up going through the flower. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue at the bottom of the rubber onto the wire to stop it from moving. It's better with a glue gun to do it like that, but I've not switched mine on again. You know me, guys, I'll let that dry a moment. I always forget. It's because I'm not used to using the glue pan, I forget. And with the lavender, I want to incorporate within as well. And what I was thinking about doing with these is just bringing some down lower. And then the Morning Glory placing down at the bottom here. They're a beautiful purple. And then have these wildflowers for movement as well, scattered about. Oh. Let's see if that's dry. It shouldn't take long to dry this. It's very quick drying glue. Again. You can have these as a cluster. I mean, I know I'm putting them like that, but you can place some as a cluster because some do grow together as two. To bring just bend it like that, like it's going upwards. I always try to take into consideration the natural theme, you know, as you'd see it in your gardens. I always find the more natural it looks, the more appealing. Oh no, then. this one there. Lower high. So that is our tulips. 7 tulips I've placed in. Now for our lavender. Don't they look pretty? I could have put the old stem in because lavender tend to grow all around together like that. I've got lots of lavender. My husband loves lavender, so in our garden we've got lots. So they do tend to grow like that, all as virtually together like that. I mean, especially if you've got big lavender, they do grow as a bulk, and that is the more of the they don't grow singular stems, but on this occasion I want to just place them together, but not as a cluster like that, but around each other. I just cut the whole lot off. Some are smaller than others, so we'll place them like here around the front. I may need another one. Take the tags off. Oh, let me do what I do. I tend to just do this. I find it personally quicker. Take the centre one out, then just spin. Oops, well I say personally quicker. Put that there a moment. Again, I want to place some around the front as well. I don't just want them all at the back or in the centre area. I do want some on this side as well. And lavender, oh, it smells lovely. We've got one what's really quite mature, and the bees, oh my goodness, they love it. They are, we see lots and lots of bees hanging around it. They absolutely adore it. Place this one around here. Just turn it around. Oh, I've got one more. And one out the side. Doesn't that look pretty? place those in nearer to the end. So now I want these. See, these are on rubbery stem as well, so it's not just, like I say, I may have to take that foliage off. It's not just the tulips or some of the roses. Let's see. Oh, I'd like this. I'm trying to think if I could put something a bigger, a bigger one in front there. If I just place them there, because I don't want them to be disturbed. I didn't get too many of these out because I wanted them just to blend in. I can cut the odd one out. I'm just going to place these and then I'll show you what I wanted to do with these. Oops. That's what I wanted to do. Well, not what I wanted to, what I am going to do. See, I get my words confused. I say what I want to do, what I wanted to do, but what I mean is what I'm going to do. Oh gosh. But that's what I mean, guys. I want to have those nice dark purples at the bottom, again, like a window box. I just want to have a look to see if a bigger hydrangea would look better in the centre. I mean, that is big. Or I have got the amaranthus. Oh my gosh, do I use that or that? Oh my goodness. I got it in my head today. I wasn't going to get off my seat. But you know me, guys. I can never help myself. Never. Now, do I want to keep it within. It won't be a moment, guys. What I say is I'm just faffing. Oh, I do. Oh my gosh, I do have yellow carnations. I just spotted them. Right, let me just hold back with other things. Now these are beautiful. Look at those. Aren't they magnificent? But the thing is, because that is so big, it's going to take away these. So then I got that. I'm sure it's a, oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Agapanthus. Is it Agapanthus? What did I say on my list today? Oh gosh, Agapanthus is that other thing. Oh my gosh, I've got these in my garden. Oh, I think that'll look better. Because if I place this in, oh my goodness. These are big. These are 7-inch wide from the widest point to the 7-inch. So that is big. I'm going to use that. So let me get these Morning Glory in because they keep moving. So I want to get those in so they're in place. I don't want them disturbed. Oh, it's going through my head now. It isn't, I was thinking of Anthurium. No, it's Agapanthus. I'm sure it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Oh my gosh, there's that many flowers. I'm sure it's Agapanthus. I just want to get these in. I could have put yellow in, but I wanted the purple. I think the purple stand out beautiful. These are very common in hanging baskets as well. Right, they're in. So let's excuse me. Let's cut this. Oh. And get this in right in the around the centre. And I'm going to incorporate some of the, or one of the tulips in with it, and lavender. So it's growing through like that. Doesn't it look beautiful? I've got hiccups. I'm trying to avoid you hearing them. So that is that. Now we'll need to bring some yellow down where this is. And the thing is as well, we need to bring some purple where the yellow is up here. So I could either have these ones at the taller height and bring these ones slightly down. I don't know whether to use them ones. I'd rather have the deeper purple. Oh, I've just seen something. Oh, I don't want to keep getting off my chair. It's not that I'm lazy. It's really not that I'm lazy. I've got some purple, dark purple wildflower. And they may look lovely incorporated around the back. Here we go again. They're right next to me. They're not. It's not like they're. It's not like they're afar, really deep. They look from afar like a blue, but they are deep purple. I ordered them because of the purple. So I just want to see if I could get a stem. Oh, there's any off course. Is that one? Oh yeah. I want to see if they blend in. Oh look. Doesn't it? But it goes, basically the yellow bounces off of them, or the purple bounces off the yellow, either way. But because there's a lot of purple down here, we needed something purple up at the top, and because again there's a lot of purple down at the bottom, we need something yellow just to blend in. I just want to see. Yeah, it's got to be something wispy. Well, in my head anyway. For that movement, the blowing in the wind sort of effect. Place one there, going through the amaranthus. I mean, it's not going to stick out like that. I will place it in, you know, put it in, and then get some of these. Oh, take the band off. Just take. I bet you're all screaming at your TV or at your computer, shouting, "Take the band off!" Oh, it's one of my awkward things. I just hope for the best. Really, let's see with the oddments. I don't need too many of these because we have got one out there, because we've got the lavender. I'll place that one around there somewhere. Now I need something there. I don't know whether to place that. Let me push it through. Now I have the forsythia, that comes in spring. I'm trying to think of the season. I'm looking at all my yellows because I want a few yellows, something around here, look. Because it's like a line there, and I don't want that line. I want it to be mixed. Do I use that? Let me get these in first, guys, because I know I want these in. Oh, I don't know what's up with that. Place that one in the centre, coming out. Again, I'm sitting some of them in. One through the centre. Gosh, this one's a long one. Cut that down a little bit. Some of them haven't even got, I don't know if it's part of just the stem before the bud arrives, but I'm taking it off. And make it, I don't want it to make it look like it's something's fallen off of it. So I've got those. I want to stick these in at the back as well. Bring them through. I'll have a proper look when I get round to, when I look round the front, how it looks. Again, I'm not going higher than the fern. And I'm cutting these all different lengths. They're not all the same length as each other. Just get rid of all these glue strings that I can see. I think I may need one there. Let's just place it first and have a look. Yeah. So let's get that one in. Like that. So I'm not going to put any of those in as of yet. I'll hold back a moment. I picked these out, these little daisies. I was thinking they look quite nice at the top, around the top with the yellow tulips, but then I need something similar in yellow for around the bottom. I don't think I'm going to put those in, guys, at all. So let's have a look. I have the full side here. I could place some of those in. Maybe. Again, these are just oddments, so these could look pretty. Okay. We'll keep those out a moment. Daisies. Where's all the daisies? Where they are? Oh my goodness, how many? Oh my gosh, guys, there is lots. You forget how many. You know, when you don't use them throughout the year, you know, in the year because of Christmas time and things like that. Oh, I could. Let's just get a few. And one little bunch out. So I've got some of those. They're not. Who was it? Somebody who, I think one of my neighbours says, oh, can I have those sunflowers? I said, they're not sunflowers, they're daisies. So I may have to put those on the picks to extend. I just want to see, so I'm going to cut one off. I'm going to cut one of those off, and I'm going to take a forsythia out and see, because it's hanging, the forsythia, that will give it a nice look. Movement in the arrangement. So I may just use those instead of the yellow daisies. I think they look quite nice. Let me get the yellow daisy. You see, now I'm going to stick this in and I'm going to show you. Excuse me. Because these are really, really bright sunflower colour, so are these. Now it's too much bringing that daisy what's wider down. So I mean up here I will place purple, but it's a lighter purple. And it's a different texture, but these for some reason aren't as good as I think one of the forsythias. If I take that out and place this in the hole that I had that. Just let go of that. It's the way the flower falls on here. I think that'd look better, because these are the main focus, because they're big, or not, you know what I mean, but bigger than the rest. Bulbous. By having something softer along the bottom, makes this the focal point, and then obviously the rest of it just becomes more interesting. But I do want to separate some of the yellow with some of the purple up above. But I think the forsythia, I'm sure of it, would look much better. I could even bring some of these yellow daisies right at the bottom. If I just place that there and bend, along with the morning glory hanging over the bottom, and bring the yellow. That may look better, but in the centre area around here, I think things what are finer, more smaller, not as bulbous or as wide as what the tulip is, will give it that extra feel. And bring some around the side, more around where this morning glory is, around this side as well, around the central point. Push it through, because I don't want to hide the morning glory. That one may be too much there. Place that one there instead. Just to bring the yellow around the centre. And that's what I wanted to do, because it was too much purple. I want to break up that purple. Same with the yellow above. I want to break the purple up by, obviously I'm going to put these on picks, by bringing in something softer, not as dark, but purple, to break up, you know, from just looking like you've just got yellow in a line up above, because I don't want it to look like two sections, yellow and then just purple. I need to mix them together. So by adding a purple up with the main colour yellow, the sunflower yellow, different tones, then that brings it and balances it out. And again, as you can see, perhaps that there's that sunflower right at the bottom here, not sunflower, yellow daisy right at the bottom. It's breaking up that purple at the bottom. So I may just add the few going along the bottom where the ferns are. Not many at all. So I'm going to cut. So that's one. Let's see as I... That's stuck. Two. If that makes sense, guys, it's more pleasing to the eye than just having purple across the bottom and yellow at the top. 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm just placing them there. They're going to be, you know, set slightly more further in. And then one round this, just off the side. What's today's it? I just want to give you the, you know, to show you the effect and what it will do by bringing some yellow down at the bottom as well. So if you can see that, that's what I've created. I don't want no more of those. I just wanted the odd one of those in. Again, this is a spring window box, so I want it to look spring-like, beautiful. So we're going, I mean, we have still got our nerve plant that we can use as filler as well to go around the bottom, which it's got white in, what also sets it off with the veins again. So let's get in our forsythia. Oh, I've just pulled one off. So let's glue that back on. And then we can start putting picks on the purple daisies. Well, they're more like a lilac. Again, and I'm using these more as depth as well. See where the others are. One here. And then let's get our daisies in, our yellow ones at the bottom. Oops, daisy. Oops, a daisy. That was a good one, weren't it? Oops, a daisy, and I'm using daisies. Oh, what am I like? I just can't help myself. So there you have your yellow daisies in. I may put this nerve plant leaf in just to do that, so then I can focus on the back. And I'm going to go underneath at the bottom just to give it a bit of, again, different texture. And also use it as like filler. You want to bring some shorter leaves down at the bottom as well. Just to fill it in. And I'm just lifting all like the fern up and things like that, and just placing it right under the bottom of it. Well, that's not got no wire in. I will show you guys. And as you can see now, it's much more fuller at the you know, at the front. I want to put a few along the back. I'm not putting anything else, any colour at the back, because it's going up under the window against the wall. So I'm only doing what I do with like the salala around the back as well. A few little bits in. So I do like it to be covered, even though you won't see it. I was watching a video the other day, no, this morning actually. I was sat with my husband having a cup of coffee. Because he's not back at work yet. I think he's back Monday. And somebody was making a wreath, and I'm not one to judge. The wreath out of the vine and that, what she used, not vine, the cypress leaves, and that was lovely. But I couldn't understand why she only put one pine cone on it. That's the only thing that I just couldn't get. I said to my husband, you know, is that all the lady's doing? Because she finished, she went, right, there you have it. You know, I've done my wreath. And I just said to my husband, is that it? Isn't the lady putting anything else on? One pine cone. It just looked odd. You know, I thought the lady was going to really, I mean, again, the pine needles that she used and that were beautiful. That was it. And I couldn't get my head around it. And maybe that's what she liked, just one item or element. So that's all I've done at the back. I've not added nothing else. It's just going to have those right at the bottom to cover the top of the container and to cover the dry foam up with the wreath wrap around it. So that is it at the back. So now I want to be placing, I don't want no more eucalyptus, so I place all those in my bucket. When I take things away, I just take my bucket and I just get them out and I just place them in like that. Before I was getting them off the floor and one by one. Now just take my bucket. So let's get a few of these out. I may have to open some of them up. Some of them have come as they're in the thing, they're so close together. And just press the centre downwards. Look at that. So, picks. What colour stem? Green. So I've got that as well. So I'm going to add these, as you can see, about halfway there, on there. And then this is for the people who have just subscribed. And I get my floral tape and I just go above the pick I've just added on. And then I just go all the way down. And where you see the end of this floral stem, I go below that because I don't want that sticking out, so I go below about a centimetre, and then I sometimes, depending on how strong, I will go back up just for that extra support to the top and have it like that. So I want one right in here, and I'm going to just slightly lean it. So I'm going to place, let me get picks on them all instead, instead of doing it one by one. I'll do 7 or maybe just 5. I'll do 5 to start with. Oh, all our children are back at school now after Christmas holidays and the New Year. They're all back. What time are we on? Yeah, it's the lady over the road. She's a lollipop lady. If you're not sure in America what a lollipop lady is, or around the world, it's just a person who works for the council to help children cross over the road safely. That's what we call as a lollipop lady. Holds a stick. I know, I think in America, correct me if I'm wrong, David, you'll tell me, that, is it you guys in America stand there with your hand like that? We don't do that. Is it in America? Or do you have a paddle in your hand or something? We have a long stick, probably about 6 foot high, and it is in fluorescent green and red warning sign around the edging, and it's about that big, the circle of it, and in the words in the centre say stop on both sides, so people who are coming from behind or in front have to stop. and then she has to stand there with a stick in her hand like that and put her arm out like that to stop any traffic, and then allow the children to walk over the road. So yeah, that's what we call as a lollipop lady. And my friend over the road, that's what she does as a job, a lady who I have parties with. So and the thing is, there's some sweet children out there, because she says she keeps getting gifts off her children, chocolates, things like that. Thank you for being such a wonderful lollipop lady. I said I might become one. She's already counting down for the next school holidays, my friend. Because it's only an hour a day job, half an hour in the morning and half an hour in the afternoon. Because here in the UK our school hours start at around 8:30 in the morning, and our children don't finish school till around 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, that's our school hours here in the UK. Right, I've added, you can't really, they're not sticking out too much. No, I don't want to add any more. So I think we have done, guys. Those in my box. Oh, I'm so glad I got a box. I tell you, I'm easily pleased. Simple things make me happy. I've ordered some more of these as well. Now guys, I've got about 1,000 here. I don't need no more, but I've ordered another 500. Aren't I terrible? I've had to put a tie wrap on, or a zip tie as you call them, just to hold them together, because this elastic band, this rubber band, wasn't holding them tight enough. They kept falling out. So there you have it, guys. I'll turn it around. There is our spring window box arrangement, or display, should I say, with yellows and purples. We have our crocodile fern, our Himalayan maidenhead fern, our ruscus at the back here, also here, our eucalyptus, our silver dollar, our nerve leaf, or nerve plant leaf, should I say. Ruscus here again at the front, with our bigger fern here, and then we have our purple or lilac daisies, our beautiful yellow tulips, our deep purple wildflower. Let me sit that back a bit. Wildflower, our beautiful lavender, our forsythia, the yellow one there. I've got a shrub in that. Well, I say a shrub, it's really grown big. And then we have our morning glory here, and then underneath we have our yellow daisies as well. And then we have our agapanthus in the centre. Anything else? Let me see. No, and that's basically, I say that's basically, but that's what we have put into our window box, our spring window box. Doesn't it look beautiful with purples and yellows? I've done many things with purples and yellows, and they are stunning colours together. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's probably not as long as video today, guys, because I've been chatting. But you know, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to give yourself a go at a window box, you know, or perhaps even just put it in the house, in the window, you know, for springtime, or, you know, or on a shelf like this for spring, you know, anything like that, it'll look beautiful. And really bright, pleasing to look at, you know. It's one of those sort of looks with the yellows and the purples, what give you that uplifting, you know. If you're feeling slightly down, you look at them and it lifts you up, lifts your spirits, I think, anyway. So again, please subscribe and share to your friends and family, and please give us a like, guys. It really does mean a lot. And you know, and give us a little comment if you wish. I'm still waiting for my Easter things to arrive, and they've not arrived yet because I am itching to do my bunny rabbit. So once they do, I will do a wreath with my big floppy ears bunny. So all the best. And oh, and Ebony, a lady in America who's also not very well, you know, I won't say what, it's personal for her, but you know, please get well soon as well, Ebony. We're all thinking about you, you know, and take care and rest, you know, and just stay safe, my darling. And also, David, the same goes to you. We're all thinking about you. Stay safe, and you know, take exceptional care, you know, and God bless. So again, give it a go, guys. Have a wonderful time doing it. You haven't got to do it in these colours. Again, I say this every time. If you've got your own colours, if you want to do it in oranges, you know, and things like the orange colours, or pinks, or just purples, or just yellows, whites and orange, that'd be pretty. Reds, anything really. Give it a go. Give it a go. Try and think, or even if you're not sure, research, you know, spring flowers, and it will come up with what type of flowers are spring flowers, and if you've got them, use those for your seasonal display. And you know, I've used the spring flowers, so yeah, you'll have a good time, guys. Again, I enjoy anything I like to do. I just enjoy it. It's fun. So, because you're all wonderful, and I know you can all achieve this, you really can. And please, you know, again, all of you, take exceptionally care of yourselves, and I'll see you again tomorrow. All the best. God bless, and I'll see you later. Bye. Bye bye. Oh, I'll do a close-up, guys. I keep forgetting. Let me do a close-up. Let's see if I can get this off without it. Probably not. Oh, I've done it. Let me just move, or get all my cord and cable everywhere out of the way, and bring it up. There you have it, guys. Isn't that beautiful? The little yellow wildflowers there. Then you have your forsythia, your fern. Oh, if I can see yellow daisy under there with the fern, the Himalayan fern there, maidenhead. Your morning glory, aren't they pretty? They're like bells. And then your lavender, obviously your tulips, and your wildflower in the deep purple. Can you see close up how deep of a purple they are? Beautiful. And then your lilac daisies as well. And that's how it looks. And then obviously you've got your eucalyptus cinerea, not cinerea, sorry, my fault, silver dollar, your ruscus there, and your crocodile fern at the back. Yeah, and I think it looks really stunning, the colours together. So again, give it all a go, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I've got the choir practice tonight. We've started back after the Christmas holidays and I cannot wait. So all the best. Bye.